coming into the final days of the show, how does that feel for you guys? It's been probably such a pretty big part of your life to this point.
I mean, it definitely, it's very sad that it's coming to an end, but I definitely enjoyed it to the max when I did it, and, you know, it was just the greatest experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very sad news that the show's closing, but I think, yeah, the show will live on forever, and it's a great story, and I think it's already inspired so many people and will continue to do so.
It's bittersweet, you know, it's kind of, it's been really nice to be here, and it is really sad that we'll have to say bye to everyone, but I'll be able to go back to, you know, my home, and I'll get to see my family again, and I'll just get to be, you know, normal and go to school, and I think that'll be a nice change.
It's going to be emotional, sad, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, just like you. It'll be bittersweet. I'm going to be very sad, but when one door closes, another door opens. And it's very sad, and since I've been doing it for almost a year now, it'll just feel weird without it in my life, but it'll be nice. I mean, to have a change in my everyday life, but I'll miss it a lot.
It's definitely going to be hard to say goodbye. I'm upset to have to say goodbye, but everything has to come to an end at some point. And after Billy, I'm doing an online school, so I'm going to stick with that. I'm in high school right now, so I think I'm going to do that for the rest of high school. And I'm kind of close to New York, like 4.5 hours, so I'm going to come up and audition and hopefully get something else.
What are you taking from this?
I think, well, exactly just what the show says is to continue to do what you love, and it's taught me that, just to follow your dreams and go 100% at it. And also it's just taught me like discipline and like even more just all kinds of different styles of dance as well. As when I just started the show, I only knew ballet, but it's taught me so much more and developed me artistically.
Well, I think what I learned most was a lot of things. One, to be independent, to go on the path that you love. I think just being in the show, you got to know people so much better, being around so many different groups of people that you wouldn't ever get the chance to meet in other situations. So I think the show as a whole made all of us grow as people.
For me, it taught me a lot. I mean, it taught me how to tap, how to do different kinds of dance. It taught me how to sing, act. I mean, all these different things that I can use for you know, later on. And it definitely is the greatest experience I've ever had, and I definitely take a lot from this.
Are you guys going to have a hard time going back to school if that's what you're doing next after all this?
Probably. Most likely.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be different, but I go to performing arts school, so people get it, and I get to dance there and act and stuff, but it'll be different. I'm so used to, like, homeschooling what I'm doing right now, but it'll be nice to go to a real school.
You think it's going to be hard to go back to school after you spent time doing something like this?
I mean, a little bit, but honestly, our tutors are really great, and they just keep on helping us in as much to get caught up or behind where we are to help us, so yeah.
For these guys to be able to have such an experience at such a young age, what do you think that's going to do for them in the future?
I think it's a good question. I don't think it's necessarily to do with performing, but I think it's to do with confidence, I think it's to do with community, I think it's to do with belief and faith, and I think that it's important whatever those kids do, and it doesn't have to be to do with dance, it doesn't have to do with theatre, but that idea of community, faith, belief and commitment is so important for kids to learn, and that's why whether it's in the Billy Elliot show or whether it's in your school show or whether it's in your whatever it is, the idea that idea of who you are and how you express yourself and who you can possibly be is so important, whether it's really at a community level or at a sort of Broadway level. It's the same idea.